Friends, crude oil is in rise and it's already crossed $28 due to Ukraine and Russia crisis, and it is having an adverse impact on our Indian stock market. So let us analyze what is happening in crude oil and also how it is going to impact Indian stock market. Friends, my name is CA Tapan Doshi. I am a stock broker and I welcome to my YouTube channel. So due to this rise, so many factors affecting Indian stock market, like because of crude, inflation is increasing, our fiscal deficit is increasing, even our future growth may go down because of this. So let us analyze one by one how it is impacting. So let me open a mind map and show it to you. So this one, first one is an incremental burden of USD 70 billion, that is 1.9% GDP in financial year 2023. So crude is currently around $120 by the time I am speaking to you now. Now if it remains above 120, there will be an additional burden of USD 70 billion dollar in our on our Indian economy. So that's a big jump. Okay, so because of this, what will happen? There will be high current account deficit and Indian government will not able to achieve its fiscal deficit target. Now when there is such a high current account deficit, it will adversely impact our growth also. So there will be a high inflation. Okay, so because the crude prices are higher, even Indian companies, maybe after tomorrow, that is 8 March, after that election result, they may increase the prices on our petrol pump also. Okay, so any rise in crude prices, okay, petrol, diesel, will have impact on the inflation. So and let me show you. So as you can see here at the end, correct, from this one, you see this black line, it shows that CPI inflation is on a high rise when it is crossing USD 120 dollar barrel. Okay, so that's why the inflation is high, even the core CPI inflation is high. So this will have an impact on inflation, and which will put RBI on a fix, because RBI currently is not raising interest rate, telling that inflation will be in control. But if the inflation remains high, then RBI has to take some action. What action it is going to take, that we don't know, but it will create a pressure on RBI to increase interest rates, and that will have a adverse impact on Indian economy also. Correct. So now what is the fourth thing? Fourth thing is that we can have a lower GDP growth. So as you can see here, financial year 2022 estimate is 8.9%, however 23 it is 8.1%, and 24 forecast is 6.5%. Now this is already a lower growth forecasted, but if the crude oil remains on a higher level, it will adversely impact, and even this 8.1%, that will be challenged if crude remains such a high level. See, because what is happening now, even USA and other European countries are thinking of banning any import from the Russia. Okay, now if they ban, then there will be a scarcity and already a supply disruption, and that will increase the crude prices. So that is why currently today, when it actually crossed 120, the main reason was that they are thinking about sanctioning Russia import. Okay, so lower growth will be there. Now all this, how this cost will be borne by government of India, how by the household and also by the companies. Now as you can see here, government. So here what government will do? The government will lower the excise duty on the petrol, because already they have levied heavy excise duty. So once they lower the excise duty, the petrol prices remain in check, and also they have to increase 10 to 12% in MSP. Okay, but now that is minimum support price, basically for the farmers. Okay, they have to increase, because what will happen, because of high crude oil prices, the transportation charges and everything will jump up, and that as a result the farmer will may have to bear a loss. Okay, that's why they have to increase 10 to 12% in MSP. Now talking about household, the household there will be a higher LPG, diesel and gasoline prices. Okay, now if you see here, when there was a $80 per barrel, okay, the prices were around 85. Okay, gasoline was around 95. However, when it increased to 120, the prices of diesel may go to 108, even gasoline 118. Okay, so there will be a big jump in the prices. Now, as I told earlier, these prices will have an impact on the inflation situation, and as a result, then RBI policy also. So all these will increase the inflation, and it will have an adverse impact on the household savings. Okay, now third point is companies. For the companies, how they will pass on the higher crude prices? Well, whatever higher raw material prices will be there, they will pass it down to households. So indirectly, household will suffer a setback in the savings because of higher crude prices. So actually, you are aware that India is almost importing 80% of its oil from outside, and I think it is second in the world after China, who is having an highest import in the world. Okay, regarding crude. So that is why it will have an adverse impact. So till now we were thinking that okay, this US interest rate, rise in interest rate is the big elephant in the room, but actually this war will have a much more adverse impact on the Indian economy because of this good price. Okay, so unless this war ends or there is some decrease in the military action in Ukraine, this crude oil will remain on a higher side. And if the more it remains at a higher level for next few months, that will have a big impact in the Indian economy. So market will suffer because of this. Now just we need to say how much it will suffer, because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow also. So as an investor, what you should do? Well, my suggestion is that you have to be much more careful and keep a close eye on the oil, because oil will give you all the indication. If the oil is cooling off, that means the military action is going down or there is some resolution coming. But if it remains on a elevated level, then there will be a big problem. Again, the problem another year which market is facing is that there is a much more chances, or many economists are saying that Russia may go to a complete default. Now if Russia goes to a default and does not pay its debts, then many European banks and American banks has given loans to Russia. That will have a big impact on the NPAs of these banks, and that will have a ripple effect in the world economy. Okay, so even someone is saying that even it may create a global recession if this war goes for a long time. So guys, this is quite a tough situation, and we should not underestimate this. So while investing, be little careful. Yeah, but currently at Nifty at 15,900 something, it's at a good level. You can start buying, but slowly, and you should avoid any stock which is basically company which is having a raw material as a oil, because there the raw material prices will be on a higher side, and there will be a decrease in the net profit and other margins. So anyways, that we can discuss on another video, which stocks to buy and which stock to sell. But yes, regarding this oil, be careful, because it is having an adverse impact in our economy, on our economy. Meanwhile, you can suggest or comment below whether you like this video or not, and what type of other types of video you want to see. Okay, also if you want to know more about fundamentals and all that, I have created one course, that is Thoughtful Investor Model course, that I can tell you in detail. You can click below link already mentioned in the comment box, and you can attend the webinar, and where I will reveal the 5 secrets to how to compound your money to get your financial freedom. So guys, stay safe and be in touch. Thank you.